Hey guys, Techman Arcantos, Black Empire again. Today we have something very, very special. Now, this is something that I never thought I would actually get. This is something that I thought was something a little bit, I would say it was just a little bit out there. I mean, this is something that I first saw and I thought was beautiful, but I never played the army it was for, and it was a little bit expensive at the time. But this was a gift. And in case she was watching, my wonderful girlfriend got me this for my birthday. Her birthday was just yesterday. So now we've got something wonderful, 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 wonderful to paint, to show you, and to get spotlighted. Now, this is a Privateer Press exclusive. You can only get this from them. You can't get this from an online retailer. You can't get this from any other third party. You have to get this either from them in a store or on their website. It is a limited edition model. It is not on their main line. It's kind of difficult to get, and they don't make a whole bunch of these. I know since it's limited edition, they only make a set quantity every year. Since the beginning of the year, January now, got ahead and got a quick one on the early release. So, pretty sweet. This, if I can get this into focus, is a Cador Extreme Juggernaut. This is a piece of work. I'm going to very carefully open this box because it is beautiful. Oh, so if you're not familiar with the Extreme line in Privateer Press, basically, holy crap! Ooh, it came with a stat card. Cool. I was hoping it would come with a stat card. I don't know if it's a limited edition stat card, but it's definitely. No, this looks like the regular Juggernaut stat card, yeah. Cool. So we got the Juggernaut stat card just there. If you're not familiar with the Extreme line, basically it's just the entire line takes regular models such as the Juggernaut. It also has the Destroyer, I think it's the Frost Troll, some other miniatures, the Direwolf, I think. It takes regular miniatures from their line, and for lack of a better word, it true scales them. So this is 29 millimeters bigger than the original model. I could probably find you a picture and compare and show you in comparison. This thing is enormous. It is, I think it's on the box how much it weighs somewhere. This thing is heavy. This weighs probably 2 or 3 pounds. This is a solid metal kit. It is enormous. This thing stands, I want to say 6 inches tall, almost 7 inches maybe. It's a big model when it's fully built, of course, not right now. Just having a look at something like the axe. The axe is enormous. Let me see if I can find something somewhere for scale. Let's see. Okay, so this is a good piece of scale. Here's a full regular scale Cyclone that we've been working on. Here's the shoulder pad for the Cyclone. Here's the shoulder pad for the Juggernaut. This thing will eclipse that and half its upper torso, basically. This thing is enormous. It's on the same base, so it's perfectly legal to play in a game. But that's about the only thing that is the same on this model. The base is the only thing that is the same size in the normal model. So we basically got axe. This is the torso here. This is retardedly huge. So they did it in a special way too. This is actually interesting to note. This is the only torso bit you get. Okay, so this is the top part. All the parts will fit into these grooves, into these holes here. But this is the only part you get. What's neat about this is the kit is broken up into so many pieces. So here's the arm. We're trying to do an arm. So you have to kind of assemble the torso as well. So here's one arm. Then here's the joint. And then you build the rest of the arm. And the rest of the arm is in pieces just like anything else. So let's see. This is part of the actual arm bit. So right here, you got 3 pieces for each arm, bare minimum. Plus a hand, plus a fist, plus a weapon, whatever you want to have in there. So the great thing about this model, it can be posed any way you want it. It's basically the sky's the limit for this thing. Here's the same business with the, this is going to be the engine, I think. If I stick this back here somehow, I'm probably doing this horribly and somebody's laughing their face off right now. No, this must be the, what is that? I feel like this maybe, or like that. I'm thinking this is maybe the pelvis because next to the legs. Anywho, everything is modular. No, not modular. Everything is interchangeable basically. You have to every part that it's a appendage, so everything with the arm can be manipulated. Everything with the arms, the shoulder pads, the legs, everything can be manipulated into its own custom pose. This axe is intimidating. It's almost a full-blown like knife. You probably cut somebody with this. Anyways, it's a wonderful, wonderful kit. These here, all these little doodads here are leg joints, things like that. These here are the arm. Oh no, these are the knee and the armor plating pads here. This is all the legs here, of course, like I mentioned, in the arms. So here's an arm, or this is a leg actually. This is one leg, and if I can find a foot. This looks like a foot, I think. Maybe? Maybe not. A bit of work with this. Oh, here's a foot. Cool. You got one foot here, an enormous joint there. So this foot, just the leg and the foot, is about half the size of this model. That's just one leg and the foot. So, I mean, it's pretty enormous. This gets up to the other guy's shoulders. This is a Cyclone. The Cyclone we're working on, like I said before, it gets up to its shoulders. So, this is enormous. This is amazing. The quality is perfect. It's got these very, very small bits of flash here, but this entire thing is smooth. It's almost like glass. Very smooth. The quality is excellent. There's no breaks or cracks or anything in it. In this big, big piece, you know, this big casted piece, there's no... In the details, I mean, these little bumps here, you know, if you look at something like this, this is really the only... Well, I have this on hand, I guess. So we grab the Nomad. You see here, you got these little bumps here, and they're cool, you know, they're definitely, you can definitely see them from tabletop view. This you can see from across the room. This is, everything on this thing is bigger. It's meant to be bigger. It's meant to be awesome. It's meant to be intimidating. It's meant to overshadow everything about this vanilla model, and it is a fantastic piece of kit. This is probably the nicest kit I've ever seen in my entire miniature model making career, if you want to call it that. This is a fantastic thing. I cannot wait to get frustrated putting this thing together. It's just, I might have to start, I will not start, I might have to buckle down and get a pinning kit, because I don't have a pinning drill. I used to drill with a different machine, but I've since lost that, and I haven't had to really pin anything. But this is big enough to where I don't think anything but Gorilla Glue will hold it together, because it is immense and it's heavy. These pieces are, you know, this just alone here, this weighs about as much as the Cyclone, probably more. This is one piece. It's a solid metal piece, so I mean, getting this thing to stand up, especially the legs, I'm concerned about, but getting it to hold itself together might be a problem. There's no way I could do an assembly video with this thing. No way I would cry trying to do the assembly video on this, and I'd have to do so many takes and so many editing parts in this here. So I mean, there's no way I'd be able to do that, guys. So, but if you're planning on getting this kit, it's a wonderful kit. It is super bang for your buck. It's super worth it. I mean, this thing is gonna look amazing when it's all done. I just, lots of words, guys, lots of words. This will, however, it will set you back a little bit. The shipping and whatnot, we won't even count the shipping and whatnot, tax and whatnot. We won't count tax and shipping. So what we will say is the base price for this from Privateer Press is going to kick you $55 to $60 right in the crotch. That is, at first, you know, like I was saying earlier in the video, I didn't think that was really worth it. Not to say worth it, but maybe not on the highest priority list. Maybe down there, one of those things that would be nice to have, really nice to have in the future. Opening this, I have found that if I had seen this in the store, maybe they had a clear display and it was just this stuff like this, I would have nabbed this thing because this is phenomenal. This is a great piece of kit. Privateer Press has outdone themselves. I mean, I haven't looked at everything, you know, obviously I haven't picked everything out and inspected everything, but from what I have seen on something like this, this will give you a good idea of what the rest of the kit will look like. This enormous piece of metal is casted. This is a single cast right here, and there's barely any defects. You got tiny bits of flash, but there's hardly any defects in it, and it looks phenomenal. Every one of these rivets, you can see every one of these rivets every one of these lines, anything is, and you got some battle damage in here too that you can see perfectly. So this has been Privateer Press Extreme Juggernaut, limited edition Extreme Juggernaut. Super worth the buy. If you want something like this, maybe even the Juggernaut, or this is the, yes, the Juggernaut, maybe even the Destroyer. I know they make a Destroyer variant. Grab one. If you play Cador, grab one. If you play this game, yeah, like me, you can put it back in the back of the priorities list, but have a think about it. Maybe find somebody who's got one. Once you see this thing, I mean, it's really a lost rewards type thing. I mean, I keep looking at this torso piece. Look at this torso piece compared to this entire model. This is basically, this will cover this entire model. Just this one piece. This is just the top of the torso. So, it will look amazing when it's done. It'll be a headache putting together. Totally worth it though, guys. So, like I said, Extreme Juggernaut, Privateer Presses' Extreme line. Great buy. Great kit. This has been Black Templar, Tech Marine Arcantos. If you're watching on the YouTube, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Thank you so much, Girlfriend Unit. Thanks, guys. Bye.